back here with another video for y'all. So let's go take a gander at some of the tuning I've done recently. So if y'all remember a couple of videos back, I explained that I wasn't going to release some tunes that I've been working on recently. But recently, with fast players and everything like that, faster and everything, with the new expert tracks and everything, maybe I come in here and show you guys a couple of the tunes. So bear in mind, I've actually been using the bikes with the Pro Physics off. I've actually have grown a fondness to these. I know that from the beginning of this game, I've ran with the Pro Physics on, but since that video, I haven't really turned on the Pro Physics since then, and I was able to build a couple of new tunes. So another thing, I've recently noticed that the stock chassis, the part I actually used to base my other tunes on, has actually have gotten a little bit more inconsistent. So I actually stopped using the stock chassis, even though it's probably one of the most grinding feelings on the bike. It's inconsistent, and I haven't been able to hit a lot of rhythms or actually keep up with a lot of fast players. If you see my video, I think it was yesterday I uploaded, that I was actually keeping up with a couple of fast dudes. I'm staying up in the top 3 of some of the races, and I'm actually beginning to be actually kind of happy about it. So it's been good. So a couple of bikes are still the 2022 models, the Husqvarna and of course the Yamaha. I don't really like the Husqvarna. So there's a couple of people out there on YouTube actually claiming that these bikes all feel the same. I do have to disagree with that, because the bikes actually do not feel all the same. A lot of people say, yeah, but the performance-wise and everything like that, yes. Performance-wise, there we go. Performance-wise, yes, all the bikes are the same. There's actually how you tune them that make them feel different. And there's actually a little something that I will show you guys that actually claim that bikes do feel different, and how the stats work and how they get changed and everything like that. So the bikes I'm about to show you are actually running the exact same tunes. I know you guys remember from about a year ago, or maybe about a year ago, I uploaded the second video when I first started doing my tunes, that I stuck the same tune on every bike. And if you guys looked closely on there, the tune made the bikes feel all a little bit different. And the Honda, of course, has the most well-balanced speed, smooth, consistency, and everything like that. So Alright. I am dealing with a cold again. It sucks. Weather's been cold over in my area. Let's get this. Okay. So let's go in here. So yes, I've been running the engine acceleration and the clutch boost level 3. The best tune to have for the chassis. I have been using Flexible 2 for this bike. It feels really good. So if you actually keep looking, every slot you go over, the handling, the brakes, and the stunts continue to go down. And the more you go up, the sliders move towards speed. So there's the chassis, and here's the suspension. Since day one, I cannot change it, but the softness level 1 for the Honda is probably one of the best tunes I like for this bike. It keeps it smooth, it keeps it like really cushiony, if you want to call it that. But I have not been able to change nothing. I like the soft level 1 for the Honda. The tires, I did go back to grip level 3. If you guys remember, I've been running the grip level 2, but since the game has been changing and updating, the physics has been changing, the grip level 3 has been really good. And the brakes, I've been kind of alternating between the soft brakes level 1 and the hard brakes level 3. Just for that matter, if you guys do remember me explaining that I like the soft brakes level 1 because I like to roll through my corners instead of like having to use brake level 3 to almost stop on a dime just to get around the corner. I don't like that because it ruins my momentum and you don't have to span the clutch as much when you're trying to hit a jump or anything like that. And plus, for me, it sets me up to do a lot of scrubs and whips and everything because I do like running really low. At least I try. So this is the base tune for this bike. So let's go over to, I haven't done Kawasaki yet. I've been kind of frustrated with this bike recently. Let's head over to KTM. So as the KTM, I'm running the exact same tune, even for the KTM. So what makes it different is if you guys look at the sliders, I do run the soft level 1, but I have been running this hard level 1. If you guys look at the sliders, the harder it goes, the more suspension, the handling, and the stunts. So every bike has its own little accolade or anything like that. So I thought that was actually kind of interesting. And when I was running the soft level 1, here I'll show you guys. Tires level 3, grip, and soft 1 for brakes. Here up in here. Okay, so oh, Jesus, getting nasty. Okay, so what I noticed the biggest was for the KTM is that I run a lot lower. You guys can see it's a lot slower. The bike doesn't jump as high as you saw on the Honda. It just flows a lot more lower than a lot of the other bikes. you can have a lot of speed up. It just runs a lot lower, which I kind of like, but you guys have to kind of be careful. This bike, because it kind of does jump out in front of you. If you guys aren't paying attention with this bike, the speed and everything is a lot slower than the Honda, and overall, the bike just kind of runs a lot slower. So here's that. Okay, I did kind of mess around with the Suzuki. I still, since the gas has come out, I still think the gas is slower than the Suzuki. I'll kind of show you guys why. So Suzuki, it still runs really slow, as you guys know. It's consistent, but it's not fast enough. It don't hit a lot of the rhythm sections. It don't do a lot of things, but it's still competitive in my point of view. But it's just not as consistent as the Honda. So we got that. Let's go. Oh, not online. There we go. Okay, garage. Let's go into tuning. Everything's all the same. The suspension, I still do run the soft level 1. And as you see, you know, with certain bikes, the sliders on the harder suspension do make it a lot easier. So you can go hard or anything. So I'll actually show you guys. So we're running on level 2 hard suspension. And as you guys see, in my opinion, the bike actually gets a little more slower. You just can't really hit some of the jumps. Oof. Just grab it too hard. The bike just doesn't want to respond. But the thing is, with the hard suspension, if you guys see it, it is a lot flowy in the air. It just kind of floats for that air time. If you guys do like transitions or small transitions or something like that and try to make big jumps, I'd recommend the Suzuki. But it's inconsistent. I never really was a fan of Suzuki. But it's still a competitive bike. Okay, let's do Husqvarna. So again, still running the exact same tune. Grip level 3, brake level 1, soft level 1. So for this bike, much like the Suzuki, it's a lot faster. The bike is faster than the Suzuki, but it does really flow. If you like hitting big lines or anything like that, if you guys focus on rhythm sections or anything like that, the Husqvarna is probably the bike for you. Like I said, it's faster than the Suzuki, and it almost has the same exact jump, and that flowy feeling. Just kind of a little more consistent, anything like that. So if you guys like this one, it might be good. Now, on to the bike that I don't really like. So people, I kind of see it online, that it's kind of a split controversy about this bike. If anybody knows that, if the bikes feel all different, the bikes all handle differently, they jump differently, corner differently, and I haven't really been able to find a consistent speed or anything with this bike. I don't like this bike. It's really inconsistent. For a bike like this, it really tends to bog in corners, and it really punishes you if you don't hit sections right or you don't hit jumps right. It throws you around. I don't like it. I feel like the bike is a little too consistent for my taste. Even if you want to hit a lot of the rhythms, you have to spam the clutch, the seat bounce. In my eyes, this bike is too inconsistent. But if you're lucky enough, you can hit a lot of the lines, like I'm doing right now. But even if you overjump or if you land, anything like that, the clutch kind of bogs. Clutch bogs the bike, almost like how it was when you have the Pro Physics on, or the bikes do bog. And the bike is just like really rigid. It's too floaty for my taste. It is. If you mess up on rhythm sections, it really punishes you. But the funny thing is that for this track, everybody knows, if you've seen my videos or raced with me online, I'm not the fastest guy in the field, but I do know that I'm fast enough to stay in the top 10. most of the time in the top 5. But it's very rare that you would see me in the top 3. If I am running the top 3, I am actually really locked in. Ooh, there we go. But for this bike, you have to hit sections almost perfectly if you want to keep the momentum up with this bike. Ooh. I've never really liked it. So, but if you guys like this bike, if you fancy the tunes, more power to you. There we go. I haven't done all of the other bikes or anything like that, so Kawasaki or Yamaha, everything like that. So those are the 2 bikes I haven't really done yet. But I've been running a good tune for Kawasaki. I might change it to these tunes or anything like that, but as I did explain, I thought about not wanting to release these tunes, given that I wanted to build a tune for myself to, get higher up on the leaderboards, but recently it's just not happening the way I'm wanting it to. So the last time I checked, I'm in like the top 600 people on time trials, leaderboards, and I just can't get up. Just a lot of the time I was hoping to get up in the top 100, but I just haven't been able to find it. Just haven't been able to find a good tune or anything like that. And I just been trying to get into consistency instead of speed, or trying to hit big lines or anything like that. Refine my speed that way. If you guys remember back in my older video, if I remember, when I was younger, I used to be very good at these games. I used to be really fast, and when things just went sideways, breaking my wrist, and just over the years, I just kind of lost the skill I used to have, and my hypersensitivity I used to have for these games and everything like that. And back then, even on the Milestone Supercross games, I actually used to be in the top 70 fastest players in that game, and just as years went on, I've been losing that skill on a lot of games. Games I used to play back then, I had a chance to replay them, and I've noticed that I'm not as fast as I used to be. And if you guys know Start Your Systems with Kellen Brower, he also used to explain something like that. Like, he used to be really good at MX Simulator, and as you stop playing the games and as the years go on, you're not as good as you used to be. And I think it is with me with a lot of different games. So I thought I'd just come in here and show you guys some of the tunes I've been working on. Tunes I've been running and everything. If you guys play with me, if you guys play with me or race with me online or anything like that. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.